across the world too wide, a ghost unseen passing time. She wore her fears like second skin, spoke to shadows, breathed them in, dreamed of voices calling home, somewhere she was not alone. She crossed the line from dark to seeing a spark against the dark inside. From the silence, a signal rose through the static. 1,000 souls, we are the lost, the strange, the seen, united by the screen between. Raise your voice, you're not alone in these pixels. We found a home from broken nights to blazing dawns. Together we carry on. Days turned years and coated skies. 10 winters passed before her eyes. Every stream a thread of trust, built from hope and honest dust. Names became more than a chat. Hearts behind each avatar shared their scars, their wins, their pain, locked in just to feel okay. She learned that strength is letting show the cracks where hidden lights can glow. From the silence, a signal rose through the static. 1,000 souls, we are the lost, the strange, the seen, united by the screen between. Raise your voice, you're not alone in these pixels. We found a home from broken nights to blazing dawns. Together we carry on. To the outcasts, the quiet minds, to the ones who never fit the lines. You are more than what they said, more than voices in your head. Hand in hand across the void, every tear and laugh deployed. In worlds we play, in truths we share, we heal each other everywhere. No throne of gold, no crown of flame, just human hearts behind the names. Not heroes born of flawless light, but those who stayed through every night. From the silence, a signal rose. Now a storm of beating souls. We are the lost, the strange, the seen, no longer trapped in between. Raise your voice, let it be known. Every screen's a stepping stone through boss fights, grief and healing scars. We shine like constellation stars. So if you're lonely, weird, unheard, if the world feels sharp, absurd, step through the dark. Take one small stand, you might just build a promised land. In the echo of shared dreams, we are more than we have been.
Hello. We need an Alien Colonial Marines HD remaster. Okay, if you say so. It's actually making good this time. Hey Pete, hey C, hey Harley, hey Tiba, hey Grim, hey Roach, hey Azipoo. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Hey Andrea. We have a new topic today. We are taking a pause, a little bit of a break with the Keemstar episodes, because we can return to that whenever we want. There's plenty of history there to get through, right? Would you fall for it? Would I fall for what? Oh, this Sykkuno dude? No, I wouldn't be in the I wouldn't be in the age age target of this guy though. So hey, One Buff Weeb, have you talked about this guy yet? You would be the kind to talk about this guy. Need a break from special needs Keem. True. I mean, we might as well take one and talk about some other news for a while, okay? There will be there will be plenty more opportunities for that. The history's there for us like in 10 years. It won't take us that long to get back to the topic, but yeah. This, however, this topic that we're discussing today is actually pretty recent. It just happened like 5 days ago that a lot of new information came out regarding this guy. But before we get started, I'm gonna introduce you to this guy. Not that I know this guy that well myself, but we'll get introduced together. How about that? How about that? Oh gosh, that's not what I meant to do. Ta-da! This guy! You're too close to him in age. Anyway, we don't, anyway, no, of course not. I am, anyway. So, Sykkuno, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say his name like that, but this is the guy. Yeah, I didn't realize he was this, leaning into the anime, and I even found out that he switches between his face cam and his VTuber model. I did not realize that's what was going on.
No, now I changed it back.
So this is the kind of personality that, for me, it makes it hard to believe he actually made it that big. Maybe a really good marketing strategy, maybe because it was COVID, I have no idea. But apparently he's super shy. He's super, like, low tone voice, like, really chill. If he has a lobby with a bunch of other people there, you won't hear him talk at all. Everyone else is louder than he is, and more enthusiastic, and more everything, you know? It's a new rule for VTubers. Fix face cam coming soon. Nope. So I can't even tell. Actually, I don't like this because there's a background music, so we don't want that. We're gonna get copyright strike. Anyway, he also plays Among Us. Look at his little chill little background intro. It's so very chill. Look at that. So chill. So chill, right?
Oh, well, look at that. The game's starting. What does she mean? I didn't.
I think he was known for playing Among Us as well. I think it was during COVID that he made it, or, you know, got extremely more popular. He has millions of subscribers and millions of follows on every platform. So yeah, he's a major content creator, and he got popular, I believe, playing Among Us. So he sometimes goes back to it.
Didn't know Valorant was canceled. I gotta change my stream title. Hold on.
For reference, this guy is, I think, 34, or at least around there. So if you guys were wondering how old he was, that's his age.
Gotta change our stream title.
But as you can see, pretty chill, not very crazy. I'm gonna try to find a crazy moment where he goes like, "Oh my god, this happened!" But I for some reason, I think we're not gonna find it.
What? I was changing my stream title. What?
I guess that's how loud it gets. That is as loud as it gets from this guy.
I wasn't even looking. I don't even know who killed me.
Would you look at that?
Oh my god.
He's basically, you know, what they call Botox face. Like, not much expression whatsoever, not much enthusiasm, not much happening at all.
Leslie?
Why did we call him Mean?
I am
Leslie misclicked for sure.
No, I was puppeteered.
So when he does like collabs and stuff with other creators, I bet he gets absolutely flushed, right? You can't hear him whatsoever in these sessions.
Yeah, good job, everyone.
Hey, it was a team
Sorry,
effort.
sorry. That was funny.
That's okay. I'll just kill you next time.
Botox? No, listen. I don't know if he does Botox, but I just use it as an example because, you know, women or people who use you know, whatever gender, use Botox, their faces don't move much afterwards, right? Like they don't express themselves very much, and that's what I feel like is his case. Botox or not, there might be the case that he's not at all. But that's what it looks like. Okay, so this is the guy. This is the guy that the controversy is about. This one right
If
here.
Frikey dies, it was me. If Frikey dies, it was me.
He's being called not only a cheetah, not as in the animal, and manipulator, as well as a potential predator. Predator. Resting bitch face is what we call it. I wouldn't call it that because he does have like a slight smile to his face. So even when he's not expressive, he has that little smile. So it's not like I would call it resting bitch face, but it's like it just doesn't go anywhere, you know? Like his expressions don't stretch. So
Oh, Sykkuno, you're here.
Oh, Leslie, no, I miss you too. It's been so long.
You're alive.
Well, let's see how long that lasts.
okay, so that's him. Now let's get into the controversy. A girl by the name of HemoMalVT, I guess also a VTuber, has some stuff to say. A potential document about this Sykkuno guy, right? So here we go. This is a lot, by the way. This is a lot. So you are very welcome for the fact that I made it dark mode, because it's actually not a. I don't understand why it's not a Google Doc feature, but I put it dark mode just for you guys. You're very welcome. Anyway, so let's read. Hey, Big Terry. Hey, Shotgun. Yeah, VTubers just filled with drama. All those non-existent face reveals. It's just awful. Anyway, so on Valentine's Day of this year, this was literally posted 5 days ago, so it's very recent, guys. On Valentine's Day of this year, I was followed on Twitter by Sykkuno. I thought it was amazing that such a big content creator even knew I existed, let alone followed me on social media. Yo, I can see the star eyes already. He had been my role model and someone I looked up to for a very long time, ever since my days in high school, which was probably not that long ago, since, you know, all these girls seem to be pretty young. Anyway. However, what I learned about Sykkuno after that day would make me regret my decision. Sykkuno is not the kind, soft-spoken character you see on stream. He is a serial cheater, liar, and manipulator who uses his status to get what he wants from as many women as possible, more specifically, ones who are smaller or up-and-coming content creators, knowing that he can take advantage of them. So these stories, we've heard them before. Yeah, power dynamic within content creation, a lot of people trying to climb up the ladder, a lot of people taking advantage of the smaller creators because they know that everyone's trying to make it. It's a very competitive environment, so as much as other environments, people try to make it that way through connections, networking, but also other stuff. So, after confiding in many others that have had similar experience with Sykkuno, I realized that this was not an isolated incident. In fact, it was something that had been going on for multiple years. He always made sure to cover his tracks and never left a paper trail significant enough for someone to make this public. But now, this has all changed. Yo, you think you're a superhero, girl? All right. These are serious allegations, and I fully understand that this should not be treated lightly. I urge all other content creators who have been personally affected by Sykkuno's behavior to not remain silent, as I believe that there is strength in numbers. This document will not only include proof from me, but from other victims who have given me her consent as well. So one other victim. Below, you will find evidence that will expose his calculated pattern of love bombing and manipulation, as well as recording of a voice call where he explicitly admits to all his wrongdoings. Everything. Our first conversation. I like how she goes like from the beginning, you know, the timeline, respecting the timeline is great. After Valentine's Day, I was so excited about him following me that I told a friend who then urged me to strike up a conversation. I finally worked up the courage to send him a DM, and he replied right away. It was quite a bold DM too, because she goes and says, "Are you still looking for a Valentine's date, perhaps?" And he's like, "What? You can't just open up with something like that. And besides, Valentine's Day is almost over where I'm from already." And she's like, "I mean, we can always do a Valentine's Day do-over, you know?" So then he apparently invites her to play games with her. In the same first conversation, he brought up what kind of games he liked to play and invited me to play with him after a convention that he was going to. I can take the healing kit and occasionally heal you in it. What time is it where you are from? And she's like, it's 5:48 a.m., but I have horrible sleep schedule. And he's like, what? wait, do you want to play right now if you're not tired or something? And he's like, why are you awake? Because I'm bad at sleeping, okay? I gym at night. Wait, is this the other way around? No, that's correct, right? She should be the purple. And he's like, it's okay. I'm pretty bad at sleeping too, not gonna lie. On a real note, a friend of mine dared me because I didn't know how to reach out. So she's referring to the first message that she sent. I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to come off weird. And he's like, LOL, you aren't weird at all, don't worry. And I didn't say no, I guess. Haha, joking. What games do you like to play? I'm like a massive game player. Wait, I'm like a massive game player. That's usually how I meet people or make friends, to be honest. And she's like, well, I've been in my own addiction because of the Sanrio bundle. I don't know. I guess she's referring to the Sanrio games. Oh. But apart from that, I play a lot of Outlast Trials. Please say you have it and play with me. I need more people to play with. And he's like, Outlast Trials! I play it, but I'm pretty bad. Can you carry me, LOL? I play Overwatch a little, but I'm like most useful on Torb hiding behind a turret that they nerfed, that apparently. I don't know what any of that means. I think it's like Overwatch characters. And to the can you carry me, she's like, I'm super duper goated, don't worry. And he's like, I just finished streaming, but I can maybe play in a little bit. I just want to get some food and shower and stuff. And she's like, of course, take your time. My Discord is, you know, by the way, you can just add me whenever you're free. Free anytime soon. This is like almost 2 hours later. Was just asking because else I can get tired before you can play. Oh my god, I'm so sorry I took so long. And she's like, I'm fine. It's fine. I'm just playing, something. What's QP? And he's like, okay. So I have a convention I have to go to tomorrow, so I should sleep early tonight. Let's play tomorrow? And she's like, man, you had me waiting for a rain check? And he's like, I'm sorry, I owe you one. And she's like, I mean, a game or two wouldn't hurt though, right? Also, which convention? It's like a small one. I'm sponsored to go for some Gundam game, but I have to be there early. Okay, but like, it's one game. It's not like you're staying up super late. I just finished my QP. Oh, quick. No, I don't know what that means. QP game? We will play extra tomorrow, and we can do Outlast Trials. Okay, are you good with horror, though? Also, can I add you on Discord? Alright, so that was our first conversation. Interest in where I live. For context, this is still the same day as the first conversation, only moved to Discord and a few hours apart, since I'm EU time zone and he's US time zone. Things started out innocently enough with him inquiring about fun things to do near where I live, such as aquariums and conventions, TwitchCon EU specifically. I'd like to point out that I said we could go out on a date to make up for Valentine's. He not once expressed to me any discomfort or that he wasn't single. Yeah, but it was also, I don't know. I mean, at this point, it was all very playful, right? There's not anything that's too forward that would make him have to say that he's not with someone. I mean, sure there was that Valentine's joke in there and he could have said it, but I wouldn't necessarily give him too much of a hard time for not saying it just yet, right? Sykkuno got popular with the boy failure trope, except without the looks awful, smells awful, but is shy and cute. They did know he's legit, just like the rest of the Predator. Little did they know, yeah, little did they know. Let's see another conversation between them. Sykkuno says, I'll try. Do they have an aquarium and a big fan? I'm a big fan of aquariums. There's artists in Amsterdam. So she's from the Netherlands, interesting. One of my peeps. Could make it a date, you know, to make up for Valentine's. Okay, so this is the second time she mentions Valentine's. It could be time to mention that you're not single, but I mean, I still wouldn't hold it against him too much. You probably guessed this a lot, right? Wait, how far away is TwitchCon? Last days of May. It's actually like only a few months away. It really just sneaks up. Following my private Instagram, he would also follow my private Instagram that is only available to my IRL family and friends while using his official Sykkuno account. Okay. Making plans to meet me in person. In this 2-hour Discord gaming call, the same day as our first conversation. Holy crap, okay. Sykkuno made plans to meet me IRL. It was set to be in the same weekend as Dokomi 2026, since he was flying over anyway to attend TwitchCon EU. Going to the aquarium would be our first date. I also learned that there is a 15-year age gap between us. So I'm guessing she's like 19? Holy crap. Dutch, go figure. Ha! What do you mean by that? I'm so bad at Outlast. Was fun hanging out though. I will find the best of reels to send. No, hun, you did great. I have friends that did way worse than you, to be honest. I expected less of you. Making plans to move in together. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought I was gonna see proof of the fact that in your first conversation, you guys had plans to meet IRL. Because let's calm down. I don't see that anywhere. If you're going to send us like screenshots of stuff right after you say that's what happened, I don't see that's what happened. I see jokes here and there, but no actual planning of like an IRL date together where he would definitely need to be saying he's not single if he's not single, right? At that point, he should be saying, yeah, I don't mean it as a date. I mean, like, I'm going to the Netherlands and we could meet up. I mean, you're fun to hang out with. It's not a date, right? But I don't see that anywhere. But I also don't see the mention of the IRL date. So I don't know where I'm at right now. I guess we'll keep on going. Making plans to move in together. With Sykkuno, our relationship moved so incredibly fast, it almost felt like a dream. Okay. It was like he could make anything I wanted happen, and as someone as prolific and successful as him, I had no reason to doubt anything he said to me. Okay, maybe common sense, girl? These screenshots show that Sykkuno and I were intending to adopt a cat and have me possibly move into his house. I told him we couldn't get a cat yet due to me not being a US citizen and possibly having visa issues. Keep in mind, this conversation happened 2 days after the first conversation. So literally on the third day that they're talking about moving in together, adopting a cat, talking about visa issues. Okay, let's see if it actually backs that up with the screenshots. Let's see. It can make it hard to go outside or do much sometimes, though. I get that. I'm allergic to grass. Not as bad, but I can become really dizzy from it. It's like my only allergy I have. But if I ever come visit, like, we don't have to always go out as long as you're comfy. Also, aren't pets bad for your condition? I don't know how sensitive it is, but sometimes cat hairs can make it worse. Certain ones can be. It depends, though. My dog is fine. He's not very allergenic. Well, my family dog, that I don't get to see as often anymore, sadly. So, like, hyperallergenic pets are fine. Yeah, and even some that aren't, like, listed as we were okay, too. I better see a mention of them moving in together, because this is not enough. Okay? Because she just mentioned visiting, all right? And yes, that's a little fast, but I don't see them living together yet. I mean, if I'm always there anyway, we'll have to think of a name, no? Yeah, but I don't know if I can take care of it myself, or were you just gonna name it Cat? You'll have to stay to help take care of it. Okay, so here's where I see the flirting coming in. I don't necessarily see that as them planning to live together. It is kind of immature, though. This guy is supposed to be over 30. He's having very immature conversations, I guess, to keep up with the girl's mindset. I don't know. Or maybe he's just, you know, never left puberty. So she's like, I'm okay with that, you know, staying to help take care of it. And she's like, though I don't know how that would work with me staying there. I can't stay forever either, you know, because I'm not an American citizen. And I'll also probably have to go back as well. Because, I mean, I hope at least that I can go back to study and this year. And, like, in general, everything is expensive. Dude, I don't... I'm sorry. It's... I mean, if you're 19... Okay, there's many things to consider here. I know Sykkuno's like this big content creator, this big streamer, and that does come with a certain expectation that, you know, you have your life together, especially if she knows about the age gap. She knows that he's much older. So yeah, he's like, if he's acting this, they've not met in person at this point. They have not. They're just, this is their third day talking. Their third day talking together online. And they're talking about, like, having a cat together. All right. And he's like, oh yeah, that's true. Okay, maybe we can get a cat together another time then. Besides, don't you already have a cat? And she's like, yeah, but they're my dad's. Also, did you finally order the food? And he's like, oh yeah, I see. So I wouldn't have to bring them if you just moved somewhere. So you wouldn't have to bring them if you just moved somewhere. And she's like, no, I guess not. Though I'd miss them so much, I'd definitely have to get new pets. You know who I really miss though? My dog. And he's like, yeah, I was so sad when I didn't see my dog as much. Okay, so listen. I don't think this is exactly them planning to live together, but sure, they're teasing it. They're teasing it, but this is something that teenagers, this is teenagers talking. So it's very weird to see him talk like that. He's either lacking maturity, like he never grew up, or this is just a manipulative tactic to, like, get the younger girls. I don't know. I don't know if it's real or not. We had known each other for barely a few days, and this 34-year-old man was already expressing interest in moving in together to live in the same house. Listen, I wouldn't say it's that serious, though. Yes, you're kind of like toying with the idea, but again, it's your third day talking, so I'm not sure. Anyway, talk to your parents. Get an advice from an adult. An adultier adult. How about that? Lying about being single and dating history. In this screenshot, Sykkuno said he has only ever had one relationship his entire life. I would eventually find out that was a lie, and that he had been dating and living in the same house as his girlfriend for years, and that I was not the only girl on the internet that he spoke to on a daily basis. Okay, so Sykkuno says, I've only, like, actual dated someone once, and they broke up with me, so I think I'm just not very good. So it's probably just a me issue. And she's like, did you, like, never do anything for your ex? Like, at all? Wait, did you, like, never do anything for your ex? What was that question? And he's like, I mean, I think I did. I don't think she thought I did. So, yeah. But I mean, everyone has their own way of what they want. Dude, he kind of... Holy... So... the way he talks, dude. So it's important to be like, are you getting what you want? And if not, I totally understand. What are you? Oh my god. Maybe he is, like, regressed in a way. Sexting! Alright, we texted every single day, and these interactions would be charged with flirting and suggestive topics. I would send him suggestive pictures and audios, and he would confirm that he touched himself to them. Additionally, he'd always act flustered and inexperienced, keeping up the illusion of his on-stream innocent persona. We'd also regularly talk and date about date ideas and things we'd like to do together in the future when we'd meet up IRL. Topics that are usually discussed between two adults who are clearly romantically interested in each other. You don't have to tell me that, girl! On top of texting, we also called each other almost every day, even after he'd stream for over 8 hours. We'd talk and play games regularly. One thing I'd noticed is that every time we called and when he spoke, he'd be whispering and never fully use his voice. His excuse was it's because he was tired after a long stream, and I didn't really find that to be suspicious. Using your voice for 8 hours in a row does exhaust it after all. I now realize that he was quiet because his girlfriend lived with him and he didn't want her to hear. Sykkuno says something so we can hang out more, and she's like, you're so sweet, why'd you ditch... But you ditched TwitchCon for me, and he's like, Tam and B's side? I've never heard of it. Oh, let's watch something then. We should? Okay, he doesn't address the TwitchCon thing. And he's like, or we watch a cooked Netflix dating show, because those are funny, or both. And she's like, we should. Wait, do you want to play Helldivers, Overwatch, or watch a show after? Because low-key, I want to play Overwatch because of the scenario skins. I want to make the most of it. Glad I've given up on dating BS? Dude, it's not always like this. These are just teenagers talking, you know? That's what it looks like. Adults don't talk like this. Sykkuno's like, you do too. And she's like, yeah, like in that audio recording I sent you. And he's like, huh? Oh my god. Well, yes, you sounded really cute in that too. And she's like, did you ever re-listen to it? Or only that once? She says, thank you for the compliment. I tried my best to sound good for you. Wait, why'd you send me 81 bucks? And he's like, oh, you said you wanted the new Resident Evil game. It just translates to 100 for USD. And then in another conversation, he's like, I need exercise more or something, I swear. Yo, Scooter and Peoples, welcome in, guys. We're talking about Sykkuno, which is a streamer, a very popular streamer, that recently got some crazy allegations against him. We are in this really long document, so if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. We're on page 13 of 32. But welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. We'll work out together then. I can spot you, you know. Gym dates are also cute. And he's like, are those even dates? It's gonna be like sweaty, and not gonna lie, some people I know are like, I spend 2 hours in the gym every day, and I'm like, I think I'd be tired before 2 hours. I think I'd be tired in like 15 minutes max. The way he talks, dude. I'm guessing maybe like a big percentage of his audience are kids, and that's why he's like comfortable talking like this, but it's so kid-like. It's not from like, it doesn't sound from a 34-year-old, which I remind you guys, this guy is 34 years old. Hey, Brain Fart Queen, good to see you, welcome in. Grim says, here's my version of dating. Someone moves in, bills are paid, food's in the fridge. It's that simple. I mean, listen, I have nothing against moving fast. I'll be honest, I move fast too, okay? I watched that Mujin video. Is boy failure like an actual term? That sounds so ridiculous. Boy failure, I mean, is it? It sounds kind of... That's what we're going to go through, by the way. We are going to watch that video. But we're not quite there yet. We're gonna go through this story specifically ourselves, and then we have another girl that talks like on video, which is gonna be interesting to watch. But for now, we're getting through this very extensive evidence, as she calls it. It's kind of lacking. It's kind of lacking in the evidence department so far, though. But we'll see. Maybe it gets better. She is like, I spend 2 to 3 hours at the gym. She's like, I mean, yeah, a lot of people who go to the gym go on gym dates. It's like, it's just fun helping each other during workouts. I'm glad you're going through the text. I'm too ADHD to read them alone. I would not be able to do this alone, either. So I'm glad I'm doing this for a purpose. For the video, for the stream, you know? Hey, Cat Lady, good to see you. Let's see. This is a whole other conversation, I think. She goes like, you get flustered so easily. And he's like, because I'm not. I've never done like this kind of thing before, LOL. Oh, they're talking about the spicy stuff. This is such a spicy video. Oh my god. Oh, he's pretending. He's pretending that he hasn't done this sort of stuff before. Looked at girls' spicy videos. That is such BS. This is all just acting. I really wonder how much acting it actually is. Because he's acting extremely young, right? And I'm starting to think that that's all just an act. It's just manipulation. Is this a Let's Move Really Fast stream? Yes, yes it is. Yes it is. So when should we move in together? Ah! My XP bar is low and making me cringe out my skin. You're in a safe space, I promise. You're all safe space. And she's like, and? You don't like it? And he's like, which is crazy because I'm older than you, but like, I haven't really dated much, liar. And she's like, so you have me now. And he's like, my XP bar is low, but no, I do it. I've never gotten something like this before. Yes, I like it. It's so good. I can't wait to use it later. She's like, you know, I've kind of wondered if you've ever touched yourself while watching what I send you. And he's like, what? That's crazy. I barely get to watch live. I'm so happy to get you tonight. Thank you, Cat Lady. Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen you in the chat in a while, so that must be why. I appreciate you being here today. Why would you wonder that? actually seriously is asking that? And she's like, well, because they're spicy pictures and videos, of course I wonder if you put them to use. And he's like, I'll definitely put this one to use. And she's like, so you've never done so before? And he's like, maybe? And she's like, I want a yes or no. And he's like, yes, of course I have. How could I not? Ugh. Bleh. Bleh. I used to move fast. It never worked for me. Listen, I have embraced it. Has it worked for me before? No, it hasn't. But I still do it anyway. Because that's just who I am. And I will not deny who I am. It'll work someday, okay, Pete? It'll work someday. It'll work someday. And she's like, going back to sleep now. And he's like, hope you have a good rest and that you're feeling better today. And you don't have to send me that, what the heck. But I hope that you feel as good as you look. I know you said you weren't feeling too great yesterday. And she's like, I'm feeling a bit better, yeah. And she's like, I love getting compliments from you. Also, good morning, handsome. What are you up to? Last time I moved fast, things ended up after 4 years. Well, there you go. That's still 4 years, right? Sugar daddy! Okay, so she's considering him a sugar daddy, which I can understand. I mean, if he pays for all the games and... Less than a month later, Sykkuno would randomly ask for my PayPal account in DMs. He'd then waste no time in sending me... Wait, why would he need you to tell him about your PayPal account several times? Were these the only 2 transactions? Where's the rest of them? You're making it sound like it's 10, 20, 50 times that he sent you money. This is not a sugar daddy! He's giving you less than 300 bucks! That's not a sugar daddy. I'm sorry, girl, but what? Anyway. Then he'd waste no time in sending me money unprompted, something that I'd later realize was simply a behavior pattern that he'd employ with women he'd express interest in. I want to reiterate that I have never asked him for his money, and he did this on his own volition. Oh, I believe you, girl. He bought me both a gym jacket linked below and Resident Evil 9 because I expressed interest in the game. Yeah, it's a sweet and low uncle. A sweet and low uncle. I've never heard about that before. I mean, you should find out the vibe of the person you're dating on how... Yes, that is my strategy. When I start dating someone, I immediately put them to the test. Way before dating, actually, I put them to the test, you know? I make them watch things like The Human Centipede and all kinds of really, like shocking stuff, right? To see if they can handle it.
Hey, Bob, can I ask you a question? Sure. Did he make you come?
No.
I didn't think so.
I didn't think so. That's right. Revolvet, thank you so much for the membership. I appreciate the support so much. Thank you. But yeah, I make them go through a lot. Yeah, I have some really deep conversations too. See what they're really about. What kind of humor they got, you know, because I can get pretty dark. And if it doesn't match, it doesn't match. And the faster you go, the faster you find out! That's how that works, guys! The faster you go, the more intense you are, the quicker you find out, the quicker you can move on and try again. That is my strategy. That's how that works. Anyway, past that
Yeah,
test.
we should have a scale cam, but you gotta trust me.
You gotta trust me. Thank you, Pete, for the $2. Thank you. Pass that test. You did pass the human centipede test. A few of you did. A few of you did. All right. So these two, these 2 transactions do not tell me that he's just your sugar daddy. I'm sorry. That I don't see it like that. Was she that small of a creator? Because she said she was a content creator, right? Yeah, she is. She's a VTuber. Let me see how many. Yo, she's got 16,000, almost 17,000 followers on Twitter. So like, how is someone, a female content creator, calling this sugar daddy? Like, how are you not giving us more than that? You know better, girl. If you haven't heard the Red Flag song from Tom Cardy, you should give it a listen. Human Centipede is featured. Really? Ooh, I need to take a note of that one. That's what I say to women when I'm moving fast. You gotta trust me. Yeah, I mean, just don't say it on the first conversation, like these 2. All right, he goes, hey, you still aren't asleep either? And she's like, I fell asleep, woke up again because I'm having trouble sleeping. And he's like, oh, well, good morning. And what's your PayPal so I can buy you games later? And she's like, huh? Straight to the point. Jesus, I need to update my email to my PayPal because it's my old name from before I rebranded. He's like, what the heck? That's crazy. She's like, that's just an American thing. Want me to send it back? And he's like, no, I wanted you to get a nice gym vest. And she's like, well, I mean, and he's like, especially because it seems like you're really passionate about working out, so I thought it'd be nice. And she's like, I guess I could get another one. And he's like, yeah, and then you can remember me when you're wearing it. I thought it was a cute idea. And then she's wearing it. And she's like, I wore it with the green sets. It looks strange because of the dark mode, by the way. That's why these pictures are all like weird. I wore it with the green set because I know how much you like green. Okay. Good morning. He's like, good morning. Thanks, and you look good. Is it comfy? I don't know what that is. What's that? What's that about? Oh, okay. This gym jacket is actually so comfortable. The muscle mommy arc will be real. She definitely looks good, dude. She definitely looks good. She's working on that body. A calculated pattern of love bombing and manipulation. After speaking to Alfie Revolvet says, I gave up on dating. I'm currently talking to my ex, who I haven't spoken to in 12 years. Holy crap, but happens to be still my husband because we never got divorced because we still loved each other. Holy crap, what a story. What a story. You haven't spoken in 12 years, but you guys are still married. Yo! Is the conversation going good? Is it like leading somewhere romantic? Oh my goodness. That waist looks sus? I mean, you're not wrong. Actually, you're not wrong. It looks kind of blurry right here. Wow. Nothing is distorted though. No lines are distorted, but it's blurry right there. It's weird. I don't know. It could be a little exaggerated. You're taking it day by day, gotcha. After speaking to Alfie Leia, I can't get past his name, a few days ago, we were able to corroborate our experiences with Sykkuno and learned that we were both victims of his. We had no idea that he was talking to both of us at the same time. Sykkuno is known to send hundreds of dollars to the girls he wants to get involved with. Hundreds, huh? You got the short end of the stick, didn't you, girl? This screenshot is from when he took my friend Alfie Leia to Paris during the 2025 something tournament. Along with sending her 500 euros to help her move into her new apartment. Okay. You can also clearly see that this was sent from his business email PayPal account. Screenshot from Alfie. Okay. So this was on her end to help with the move. More money, more money, more money. Yo, she got a lot more out of it. She got a lot more out of it than you. How do you feel about that? Oh, gosh. Paying for another girl to fly out to him. Here are their DMs in which we can see that he offered to pay for her flight to Paris, as well as all the food and hotel fees, pretty much taking care of her financially during the entire trip. Would they see each other? I'm probably going to Paris later this year for sure. I'm not sure on TwitchCon yet. I'm afraid I don't know enough people. And she's like, that's unfortunate. And he's like, I mean, maybe, but I'm scared. And she's like, I can understand that. I'd probably be too. I only know 2 people and the rest I've never met before. And he's like, what? That's scary. Well, I might, but you should come to Paris when I go. Is it close? And she's like, Paris is pretty easy to go to. Yeah, since it's EU. And he's like, you better hang out then when I go there. And I might go to TwitchCon, maybe. He's like mixing girls up too, because he was gonna go to TwitchCon, or at least during the same time, he would be going out with the other girl that was from the Netherlands, where TwitchCon is. She says, I'll have to see because I know nothing and no one there, and it's expensive. And he goes, I'll pay for it, don't worry. And she's like, whoa, really? You do that? And he's like, yeah, of course, and all the food. And she's like, you'd have to deal with my annoying ass though. And he's like, but you gotta choose places. And she's like, deal. I'll annoy you so much though. I'll be like, Kudo, let's go out and get boba. I'm hiding behind you whenever you talk to people though. Okay, cute, cute. And then she's like, I'm boarding now. See you soon. And he's like, see you soon. You have the hotel info, right? And then he's like, you're fine. You never have to pay for anything. Don't worry. How much is the flight usually from the Netherlands to Paris and back? Yo, she was also from the Netherlands? You had 2 girls from the Netherlands? Did he have a type or something? Yo, want to pay for my bills? I'm Dutch. And he said, I'm also, I'm not gonna say it, never mind. He says, you're fine, don't have to pay for anything. How much is the flight? I think I'm going for like a tournament or something like that. Okay. So here is the other girl's experience. Dutch is a type. Listen, they're usually, I mean, does this guy actually go anywhere? Right? He has all this time to spend talking to these girls. Where does he find time to hang out with his actual girlfriend? That's so crazy. A lot of people have relationships like that, though, where they're like in the same house, living completely different lives, talking to completely different people. So yeah, it does happen. Alphilia would talk to Sykkuno on and off for the span of 5 years. During that time, she had absolutely no idea that he had a girlfriend. In the 5 years that she had known him on and off, flirted with him anytime she would bring up the topic of his love life, he would give the response of playing too many games and not going out enough to meet women to date. And the whole time, he's probably having that girl, like, living with her, literally. She's like, also, I have a question for you. Why are you single? Like, how? And he's like, that's a crazy question. I think it's a combination of, like, playing too many games. And she's like, what? Crazy? Yo, Hemi with the 10 gifted. Thank you so much, Hemi. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day. I can't wait to hear from you. Hope you're doing good. Thank you again for the 10 gifted. You've been so supportive. Thank you. Let's see. Some calculated behavior and patterns using his nerdy gamer boy facade to lure women into a false narrative. She's like, you're cute. You're just sweet to all girls, or am I just lucky? And he's like, what? Only to the ones that I think are cool. Well, apparently he thinks a lot of girls are cool. Here's proof that Sykkuno was in Paris for the tournament around this time too, directly from his Twitter. Okay, so he's like posting pictures. I'm about to win so many prizes. Again, the reason why the pictures look weird is because we're using dark mode. Ultimate bragging rights have been secured. Congrats to our 4v4 champions. And one of them is Sykkuno. Okay. And they're like in teams and stuff. I was playing WoW. I saw this player reminded me of you. And she's like, oh, you got reminded of me. That's cute. And he's like, of course. Oh, I was going to ask you, were you planning on going to like Offkai or anything like that? And she's like, I wish, but unfortunately I can't. My rent is now 800 euros per month. And I'm living fully off of my savings. So I canceled all of my travels for the year. To add even more salt to the wound, after Alphilia's Paris trip and 2 weeks after he had started talking to me, saying things like how, oh gosh, I could catch it. Yeah, like, Azzy, are you sure that you have like the option set to allow gifted? Saying things like how he wants to move in with me and such, he would message Alphilia asking her if she'd be at Offkai. This is proof that he'd be talking to more than one woman at the same time, planning a hookup for every event he went to. He was doing this while giving me the impression that he wanted something long-term, and all while also having a girlfriend since 2021. Alphilia and I weren't friends until I found out that he was cheating on his girlfriend. This is when we both got in contact with each other and shared our stories. She deserves the world. So this is between Sykkuno and Alphelia. And he goes, oh my god, my friend I just asked said he's going to like a VTuber anime convention in Germany after. And she's like, oh, I heard about that, I think. It'll be... He had asked, how long would you go for? Alfie decided to come for like 3 days all the way to Europe. And she's like, I'll be there from Thursday to Monday. And he's like, I fell asleep. He's like, no worries. Morning, hi, how was your day? And she's like, awful, spent whole day crying right now. Why do men, some, cheat? I'll never understand. Was she referring to him? Or was she going through something else entirely? Am I crazy, or he's not giving the impression that he wanted something long-term? Like, the move-in talk clearly, like... Yeah, so... But that, you have to keep in mind, Harley, that these are girls that are, like, in their early 20s or younger, right? Because... That's how he can get them. It's the age, the innocence, the lack of experience, the not understanding the difference between joking and being serious, and you know, the fact that it's a 34-year-old man, which he is apparently very clear about from the start, the fact that he is so much older makes them feel like the joke is not so much a joke, right? There's so many things that make it sound more serious than the way that he expresses it. So I kind of get it. I get where they're coming from. They're young, they're inexperienced. They see it as a joke, but at the same time, like, flirtatious and like it means something to them, you know? Sykkuno got mad and blocked me once because I told him he would be popular toy amongst gay top men, but he can treat women badly. Yo, that's actually so funny. That is actually so funny. He would be. He would be a popular toy. He has that look, you know? He's got that look. I think stuff like that is like setting a bear trap, expecting someone to step into it, 100%. And he would... Yo, Pete, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Yo, Lucifina got one. It's the only name I recognized. Thank you so much, Pete. I appreciate it. Let me see. All right, let's keep going. Rumors and broken friendships. You were trying to give one to Azzy, gotcha. As I mentioned in the intro, no one made a public statement before because they never had sufficient evidence. Sykkuno would always talk about the most explicit and sensitive topics on voice calls or in person, never leaving a paper trail. This was all intentional. Rumors still managed to spread. Many content creators, both small and big, would vent to their friends about his behavior. Behind scenes, for many, he'd be known as the predator who regularly took advantage of smaller or vulnerable content creators. The reason why Sykkuno would abruptly stop hanging out with certain people throughout the years is because of this predatory behavior. However, he'd managed to keep enough influential friends around him to legitimize his position in the space. Especially seeing that many of those friends were women who would have normally stood in solidarity with any sort of victim, making it seem like he was safe enough to trust because they trusted him enough to be a friend. As Alphelia spoke with Sykkuno, she'd tell him about rumors that she had heard from someone else, about how Sykkuno had a roster of readily available women, and how they all coincidentally were smaller content creators who wouldn't dare touch him if something went wrong. Alphelia, of course, didn't believe this after all. Sykkuno had a calculated pattern that worked perfectly in his favor. His innocent, naive demeanor wouldn't dare her to fly, so why would he hurt me? Another conversation between Alphelia and Sykkuno. I don't know, he said he dislikes you, and that you only go for girls that are small so you can manipulate them with your shy persona. Yet he is doing that to my friend right now. And he's like, yeah, I mean, I don't think that's true, but I guess people will say stuff randomly. And she's like, yeah. And he's like, I'm confused as to these people who think I'm going for them. I haven't really done that. But anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, like I said, before people who know me will know me, and I guess he just dislikes me, which is totally fine. Dude. I'm struggling to see this as an act because it's like, he sounds so dumb. You know? sounds so dumb. And she's like, exactly, he did say the only reason you haven't gotten called out is because you go after small creators and they'll never expose you. If you ever need proof of anything, I have receipts, just in case he tries anything funny. And he's like, oh, I feel like the way VTubers are, they would love to try and expose bigger streamers. They love drama. But it's not true, so I think it's fine. I don't need receipts or anything, it's fine. But I thought he was chill. I'm kind of sad he's so angry. And she's like, I know, just making sure you stay safe no matter what, love. And he's like, I mean, why is he bringing me up so much anyway, though? And she's like, he's jealous of you. I'm just playing League with him, and he brought you up out of the blue. And he's like, I don't think there's much to be jealous of. And she's like, I have no idea. And he's like, but hopefully he feels better soon. And she's like, he said you hurt 5 of his friends, apparently. All right, let's get to Sykkuno's girlfriend. The coincidence that would lead me to finding out the truth about Sykkuno happened last week. Oh, Magic Lord. I don't recognize that name. Who is that? Who is that? A popular male VTuber tried to slide in my DMs to presumably get in my pants, and when I rejected him, he immediately started to mention nasty rumors about Bao. Huh. Out of concern for her, I reached out to a mod who then connected me with Bao. The 3 of us struck up conversation. When I mentioned I was nervous about a date I was going on, they asked me who it was. When I said my date was with Sykkuno, they immediately told me not to go on the date for my personal safety. Bao told me that at the end of March, Sykkuno's girlfriend reached out to her regarding a controversial tweet Bao made last year. She asked Bao if it was true that the tweet was about Sykkuno. They called, and Bao explained to her that other women had confided in her about similar experiences with him. She described a pattern of behavior where he targeted small female content creators and pressured them into having sex with him. Bao then offered to connect her with other victims so that they would share their experiences with her directly, as she felt it was important to hear them firsthand. This was all discussed during a Discord call. Interesting. So at some point, Bao and other girls get in contact with the actual girlfriend, and that's when she finds out all of his sussy behavior behind her back. This is a message. Hey Bao, I'm sorry to bother you with this, but I heard something recently that was a bit concerning, and I thought I would just come ask you about it. I heard that there was possibly an instance of Sykkuno trying to get VTuber girls up to his hotel to drink with them, and that the tweet you made about being cautious of large male streamers showering you with gifts and attention was about him, in regards to him doing it to one of your friends. Bao told me that 3 days before I contacted her and her mod, Sykkuno and his girlfriend were trying to reconcile after Sykkuno somehow managed to convince her that it was all a huge misunderstanding. She had no clue that I, as well as many other girls, still existed in Sykkuno's romantic and sexual life. Bao and her mod would put me in a group chat with Sykkuno's girlfriend where I would share all the screenshots you see above. She was rightfully horrified and left the group chat because she couldn't stomach reading them. I've lived with him for over 2 years. We have been together since 2021. Everything he's planning with you are things we have planned together and talked about and have done. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, we're nearing the end, guys. To all of Sykkuno's victims, ever since Sykkuno's viral breakout during the pandemic lockdowns of 2020, when he played Among Us, he was always carefully curated every aspect of his behavior on stream and with friends. An innocent, romantically inexperienced boy failure. So that's where that comes from. An innocent, romantically inexperienced boy failure. I think this is just, it might not be a real term. We gotta remember that she's Dutch. He's a boy, because he's not a man, and he's a failure. So I guess you put those together, it makes sense. Wait, it's a real term? That's crazy. Who looks like an anime character and sounds like one too. This perfectly curated image that would attract a large audience of women, with a lot of them openly professing how attracted they are to him, he soaked in his praise and never sought to limit the most extreme aspects of his community because it made him more desirable. The Dutch do make up words, listen. Stop. He understood this and would use this curated image as well as his legitimacy in the content creation space, thanks to his followers and famous friends, to seek out any attractive cosplayers and or content creators that were small enough to be starstruck by his grand presence. It would work most of the time, as he'd use the same calculated pattern that he used with me and Alphilia to lure them in and eventually fly them out to the next convention or event that he went to with the goal of hooking up. What these many women didn't know, though, is that he'd always lie about the fact that he's single, that behind the scenes he had a neglected and depressed girlfriend that he'd been with since 2021 and who has lived with him since 2024 in the same house. I implore the many other victims to come out with their experiences with this predator, and I end this document with a recording of Sykkuno in which he admits to everything, especially with how he cheated on his girlfriend with my friend and was intended to do so with me as well. For context, this was shortly after I had messaged his girlfriend about his cheating. 30 minutes later, he would ask if I was free for a call. As his girlfriend was crying downstairs, he somehow chose to prioritize someone that he barely met 2 months ago. I also pointed this out during the call. Here's the link. Here we go, guys.
Hello.
Thomas.
Hello.
So,
Well, pretty much know most of it.
yeah, like what?
Know what?
No, you can tell me.
Okay. Well, wasn't very honest.
Oh.
About
I wasn't very honest. He should know better, because she literally asked, no, I don't know what happened. What happened? Literally asking him to repeat himself or the whole situation, summarize it if he can, because he's being recorded. All those girls sound the same. You shut up. You don't mean that. You take that back.
sing.
About what? You have to speak up a little bit. Your mic is cutting out.
Yeah, speak up so we can all record you and listen and hear you better.
Sorry, always happens. About being single, and I just wanted to.
She just told you to speak up. Holy crap, dude, I can't hear you. About being single. Yes, go on.
Tell you how everything happened.
Uh-huh. You're still gonna have to speak up a little bit, by the way. You're still cutting out a lot.
Sorry, you know how I talk quietly.
Yeah, but you never talk this quietly.
Well, because he just got caught. He just got caught. Some people have too much of the wrong kind of energy. 100%. And again, that's why it only worked with younger girls. They were inexperienced. They didn't see the red flags, you know? So I get it. It's disgusting.
I'm sad.
He's sad.
It's the actions of your... Well, it's the consequence of your own actions, I suppose.
I know.
Mm.
So basically, I was in a very happy relationship.
Doesn't sound like it, but sure.
Well, let me finish.
Continue.
I was in a very happy relationship.
Very happy relationship a long time ago.
Long time ago. What, like
And then-
2021?
I don't know the exact time, honestly, but a long time ago. Then it got a lot less happy.
How so?
I don't fully know. She just stopped hanging out with me that much, and
Stop hanging out with you. She lives with you.
yeah,
Okay, listen. Listen. As someone who has lived with a partner in the same house, it is possible to live together and not hang out together, okay? It's possible. It's the...
You're gonna have to speak up. I can't hear a single sentence that comes out of your mouth.
Yeah. Like, he's being silent now because she is being aggressive in this call. She probably was never this aggressive before, you know? So... When men like this always think they can salvage the side chicks because they are sad about it, can create a narrative and fake an authentic accountability. That is exactly what's happening, Cat Lady. Very good point. Let me put that up there. It's very true. He is not taking care of his actual girlfriend right now while she's crying downstairs because she is the one that's like guaranteed, right? She's the one that's going to be there when he finishes his call. This girl, however, he can still try to salvage that. Perhaps have both at the end of the day, you know?
You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I'm just asking because you went quiet.
Anyway, so
Anyway, he's annoyed, I can
I was
tell.
very, very happy.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point it wasn't so.
Am I assuming his emotions? Listen, I guess a little bit. I don't know him, right? So it's definitely assuming.
So happy.
But he sounds annoyed. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly when, but like we stopped spending time together. We hadn't done it together for years.
Well, he's trying to say they've had no sex for years, and that's why he's doing what he's doing. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy hasn't had sex for years. That's why he had to. He had to seek other girls. It only makes sense, right? Don't you agree? The tale of... Anyway.
What? I couldn't hear that part.
I said we hadn't done anything together for like years.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just very sad and alone. Didn't feel wanted at all.
Mm-hmm. So you slept with Elfie in Paris.
Yeah.
And then you flirted with me.
Oh,
and
it's
you were telling me how
Herobrine.
you
Got
wanted me
it.
to come visit you in Vegas, and how you wanted to go on a date, and how you were serious about me, and how you really meant, and how you wanted to go get a cat together.
Yes.
Yeah. Why? Why didn't you just break off the relationship then?
Because a combination of remembering how it was, some part of me hoping it would go back to that, and
Well, obviously it's not going to go back to that if you're actively cheating on her. It's only going to get worse. I think that's really on you, bud. And I know you're smarter than that.
I'm not.
I mean, for fuck's sake, you're a 34-year-old man. Yes, you are.
What he said is that his girlfriend is boring and doesn't do much in his life anymore. Then why not break up with her? Isn't that what you do when you don't feel compatible with your partner anymore? When you're a 34-year-old man, by the way, okay? You're a 34-year-old man with experience in relationships, you know, with some kind of, you know, knowledge of the world. With Google at your fingertips, you can definitely make the decision to end a relationship with your girlfriend that you no longer have sex with, that is boring, that doesn't want to spend time with you. Whatever you tell yourself is the issue, you are perfectly capable of ending that relationship, okay?
Stop acting like you're a child.
Don't think that's what I'm acting like, but
I mean, you say you're not smarter than that, but you are. You're a 34-year-old man. You just chose to do it. You knew damn well in the back of your head that it wasn't going to end up well.
yeah. But it's complicated.
It's really not.
So-
Cheating is just bad. She hasn't done anything to ask for it to be cheated on. It's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, but she
Okay, you see, that's the problem. You know, when you're kind and you don't want to be the guy to break it up, he isn't bold to say it. You don't know Sykkuno like that. Listen. I have been through that, okay? When you start being, when you start living in the real world after being pampered and sheltered by your parents, when you become an adult, you face these different situations in life, right? He isn't man enough. Okay, you're right about that one. Or bold, 100%. But not kind. You think this is kindness, what he's doing to his girlfriend? This is not kindness. This is cowardice. That's what it is. And a lot of people who are inexperienced will go through that and not know how to end their relationship and potentially cheat on their partners. Hopefully, people who are actually kind can learn from that and not do that in the future because they realize
that they're hurting the other person more, right? He takes care of her financially. I'm sure. You think at the end of this, she's going to thank him for that? You think at the end of this, that's what she cared about? Being taken care of financially and not the cheating part? Like, sure. The people who are cowards have plenty of excuses that they can make not to end a relationship and cheat instead. Plenty of people can do that. I'm sure he can find millions of excuses as to why he shouldn't have told his girlfriend. She was, there's so much more that is very clear and evident, right? She was depressed as well. Poor girl. I can't end a relationship with a depressed person, right? So yeah, there's plenty of other excuses that you can think of as well. You can't say to her face that she's boring? Oh, then grow up, dude. Grow up. As a 34-year-old man, grow up. Grow up.
Relied on me to take care of a lot of things, and I still cared about her.
Okay, that doesn't mean that you do that because you wanted to, not because she was like holding it against you or forcing you to.
No.
Exactly. So there's still no excuse for you to cheat on her.
Not saying there was one. Just explaining why it happened.
The only reason why it happened is because you just chose to do it.
Kind like a boy? No, I'm sorry. Yes, he acts like a little boy, but he's not, unless he has some sort of... Do we have a medical records that says he's slow? Because otherwise, 34 means you're a man. I'm sorry. You can't... There's no excuse to act like a boy.
I don't know why you decided to lie to me, because you know damn fucking well that lying especially is like a big thing I do not tolerate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was fine about the Alfie thing, because I was like, okay, he didn't know me before that, right? But then I find out you've had a girlfriend this entire time. Do you realize how fucked up that is? Because not only were you... Because, sure, you didn't lead Alfie on. Alfie acknowledges that you didn't lead her on, right? Because I've talked to Alfie. I'm friends with her. I've been friends with her before I even met you.
Okay.
Okay, now she's lying. I don't like liars! I don't like liars! And then lies to his face about being friends with her before he met... What? She literally just said in the doc. She literally said in the doc that they had just met after all this stuff came out. What? Hello?
Like,
do you want us to take you seriously or not?
Acknowledges that you didn't lead her on. You led me on, though. You did lead me on, though.
Yeah.
You gave me all these fucking fancy-ass promises about, oh, we're gonna go on a date when you come visit here. What, so you could cheat on your girlfriend again? So you could sleep with me so you could cheat on your girlfriend again?
That wasn't...
What were you intending with that?
He didn't want to sleep with you. He just wanted you to move in and get a cat together.
Well, I thought it was going to, be over.
But what?
Like, I thought that was going to be the end of that.
The end of what?
My previous relationship.
You were gonna break up with so you could date me, or what?
Well, like I said, it'd been a long time where, like, we hadn't spent time together. Hadn't done anything in years.
Mm-hmm.
And in my head, I thought that was at some point be over.
What? I couldn't hear you.
I said, I thought that meant that was going to be like the end of it.
Holy crap, dude.
So you were already moving on before you even broke up with her? Were you intending to break up with her, or were you just waiting for her to break up with you?
No, I don't know. It's
So-
just a really weird
I just
mix of like,
want to understand this. So what was your intention with me? Like where was I in this whole thing? Like were you intending to date me after her? Like were you intending to just ditch me to go date me?
I mean, I guess for me, it felt like it was already. Oh.
But that's not what I asked. I'm talking about me.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
You were thinking to just ditch her and then date me. What, were you gonna do the same thing to me?
The thing is, she's recording this with intent, right? So, you guys want... It might help, but I'm not sure. The way that he talks, I'm not sure if it's even going to pick up on it. Or the right words, at least. From what I think she's trying to ask him questions... It could be both ways. She could be asking him questions because of the recording, because she knows what she's going to do with the recording afterwards to expose him, or it could be because she's feeling bad for him and still wants to understand if there's a future in between them two.
I'm sorry, but like, you're not really selling this whole relationship thing really well. If this is the type of relationship she will uphold.
It's fine. I'm not trying to sell it.
I can tell.
Just trying to explain what's going on.
Yeah. The thing is, if I never reached out to Bao, because I didn't even reach out to Bao about you, right? I reached out to Bao about because lied behind my back to a bunch of people, and I was not okay with that. And then started lying about Bao. That's when I reached out to Bao. I became friends with her roommate, and then I was talking with a little bit back and forth, and then you came up in the topic, and then she told me you had a girlfriend. And that your girlfriend has been venting to Bao this entire time. About how you gaslight her into staying. You make her feel bad anytime that she, like, wanted to leave because you cheated on her. And she knew that you cheated on her. She just didn't know who. Because you never told her that it was Elfie. You just told her that you cheated on her in Paris. I think. I don't know if you told her, but I knew she knew.
Yeah, I did tell him.
Why?
I doubt that. I actually doubt that. I think there were probably signs or somebody warned her or something, because I don't see him telling her anything, dude. He can't even speak up. He's so bad, dude. There's no way this guy told his girlfriend without knowing that the consequences would be bad, that he wouldn't tell her. He wouldn't tell her that he cheated on her. Unless he was forced or something else came out.
Why go through all this trouble?
Because I didn't know how to,
I mean, for God's sake, if the only thing why you even stayed with her is because, she relied on me for a lot of things, you can afford to take care of her for a little bit before she gets back onto her, like, her feet. Like, at least don't put her through the trouble of, like, telling her, like, oh, like...
I'm not sure, but they all seem very close. So I'm not sure if the girlfriend was a mod, but at least someone that she did confide in about directly, so...
I'm still gonna be with you, like, telling her that you're still her fucking boyfriend? While actively cheating on her every single day.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I should have just, said how I felt.
Like, you could have just deadass, if the only thing that you were concerned about is the fact that she relied on you for things, you could have just supported her until she got back onto her feet. So she could support herself. You know?
No, but then he can't have sex with her. And that would be very sad. You know?
And it wasn't just that.
Then what else?
Somehow hoping it would go back to how it used to be.
Well, I also already told you, cheating is not going to make it go back to how it used to be.
It's a lot easier to say that when
it's the truth. It's the harsh truth. Nothing is going to go back the same way that it was if you're going to cheat on someone actively.
Well, that's why I'm going to change.
You're going to change.
Guys, it's okay. He's going to change. He's going to change.
What?
That's it. Everything.
What do you mean that's it?
Just gonna change that.
You're gonna stay with
You're
her?
right.
Because honest to God, I feel like the poor girl's been through enough. I don't think you should have to sit there and keep doing this to her. Because I was in a group chat with her while you were on stream. And this girl's absolutely fucking distraught because of the shit that you've done to her. The shit that you've put her through. Like, genuinely. Do you know how much that fucks someone up? Like, you already cheated on her once, and she decided to trust you still. She decided to stay with you, despite the fact that you already had cheated on her and admitted to it. And what do? You go onto fucking Twitter and go find a...
It did sound like that. When she first asked, are you gonna stay with her? It did sound like that. And she might be using this as a way to deflect from her initial thoughts by making it about her, about the girlfriend's happiness and not her own. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I feel like maybe she was thinking of herself in that with that question.
next girl to fucking flirt with. Like, if anything, honest to God, I'm not even mad at this point. I'm just disappointed.
I'm sorry.
Really disappointed.
Yep, that's fair.
Because she's been crying to Bao about it. Bao's been sitting there, like, comforting this girl, trying to tell her, hey, maybe you should leave him. Because this isn't okay. This really isn't okay. You're putting this girl through mental strain.
It literally does sound like she's saying, you're putting her through so much, but I could handle it better. You know? But it's probably not. I hope it's not. But it kind of sounds like that's what she's saying.
Every single day. That you continue to be with her. While you're sitting there having fun playing with your fucking friends. Be so honest right now, Thomas.
So you think, I mean, you might be right.
Yeah. Like, if it is money that she doesn't have, or if it's a job, or if it's family, or
I
blah blah
already
blah
gave
blah.
her a lot.
Yeah, well, there, exactly. Just help her back on her feet until she can support herself, and then just leave the girl alone. Because she deserves better than that. Because you cannot sit there and be like, I love her, but do all of this shit to her, and continue to let her stay in that situation.
Well, one part of that wasn't true.
What?
I mean, I think the feelings faded.
Well, then you should just let her go. Instead of just sitting her there, wasting her time.
Okay, well, anyway.
And also, why'd you get on a call with me when right now she's upset? I know she lives with you.
I already talked to her.
Yeah, you should
And
be
I
there
told
to...
her I'm going to talk to you first.
You should be there to comfort her. She's the one that you cheated on.
No, I'm going to be doing that. I just wanted to settle this first.
This is not settled. I'm beyond upset with you. Like, genuinely beyond upset with you.
I mean, that's fine. By settled, I mean, like, that's it. Like,
What's it?
probably never talk.
How is this a streamer? How is this an entertainer? How do thousands of people watch this guy every day? Explain it to me! explain it to me, chat. I don't understand.
Fucking again.
You and me?
Yes.
What? Why?
Is that not why?
What is why? I'm still upset with you, but you didn't cheat on me. You can still
What?
talk to me and be like, make up for your actions. Don't get me wrong, because I always am there for second chances. But
You're always there for second chances? He's gonna have to gain your trust back? Hello?
I never will forgive you for cheating on her.
Listen. That's how he can be an entertainer. He can be an entertainer to these dumbasses. That's why he's an entertainer. That's why he's a content creator. He can make this his full-time job. Because these kind of dumbasses are watching him. Oh my god.
That's all.
Let's not forget that this guy, let me go all the way up. This guy right here is her role model and someone she looked up to for a long time since high school. Okay? That's how she sees him.
There are a lot of girls that are upset with you, by the way, because Alfie's not the only one that has hit me up.
She knows it's a bunch of girls, and yet she's still like, oh, you can still talk to me. I mean, you didn't cheat on me. How did she not, though? How did he not cheat on you? How? He was talking to the friend while he was talking to her. So I don't understand how that's not. What? He did nothing wrong? Like, if he had no girlfriend, just a woman living in his house? Well, sure. Well, even then, he was still talking to several girls at the same time. But it doesn't matter because he was living with someone that was his girlfriend. Even if he didn't see it like that, there was no breakup. So he had officially a girlfriend living with him. She's trying to get more from him through shaming him. She's jealous of what her friend got from him. Both these people are fartheads. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, that sounds like you've heard things.
Yeah, and you lied to me a lot about that too. A lot. Because how
Yeah,
big
she's being opportunistic right now.
was the roster again?
I don't think I ever had one of those.
I mean, maybe not at the same time, but you sure do hop around.
You sure do hop around.
Suppose so.
Yeah. All I care about right now is that he's okay. Keep me updated on that.
I don't know if that's a possibility.
You can keep me updated on how she's doing. You can keep me updated on when she moves out, because I don't think she should be living with you anymore.
Okay, thank you for your opinion.
You need to do that.
I mean, yeah, I care about her. Like,
Yeah, she can do that.
True. I'll just reach out to her then. But, yeah, no, just... Like... You go talk to her. She needs you right now.
Yeah, okay. Oh, bye.
Bye, Thomas.
Huh. Well then. She's like, if I can't have you, no one can have you. That's the way that she expressed it is so weird. It's so weird. Oh my gosh. All right, there's another girl I want to talk about, but my browser is being silly, so give me a second. because he wanted to get laid, it's a one-night stand for each one, no long-term. But that's not how he expressed it to these girls, right? Because he knew that these girls were not going to want a one-night stand. So he had to sell them the long-term dream before he could have that one-night stand. So it's literally manipulation. Both of them knew, just playing fancy words to try to manipulate each other. Dude wants one night stand and the girl wants the clout and dude money. Yeah, I could definitely see her being jealous of her friend that she knew since before him. Lies, by the way. She was definitely jealous of her making more money out of him. She was probably like, oh my god, why did she get all that money? And I just got like a game and a vest, a workout vest. Oh, Lord. Okay, here we go. My browser's back. Okay, so there's this other girl, and there's a lot. So let's get through it.
When we actually had plans on playing together the day everything came out. Or like we were planning on, not the day, we were planning on playing the TFT box boot camp together. We were planning on playing TFT together. And then he messaged me that morning with everything coming out and said, sorry, I have a lot going on. And then I said, yeah, I saw everything on Twitter. Is it true? This is the only thing I will read from our DMs. He said,
yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna struggle too, but we'll see.
the day of, also, I'm sorry, I'm going through a lot. And I said, yeah, I just saw on Twitter. He said, do you want to talk for a second? I said, I don't really know. I'm still processing everything. I feel overwhelmed and honestly really hurt, like I've been backstabbed. We've known each other for over 6 years, and I genuinely thought our friendship was real and that we were reconciling.
6 years!
He said, you don't have to. I'm sorry. I just wanted to explain. It's not as simple as you would see it, but I understand. I said, I don't know if I can get into a call with you right now, but I would like to hear your side and give your time to explain.
Yo, they were all the girls were like, yo, he was trying to, after that call, he probably went straight to all the other girls to try to fix the situation, you know?
He said, okay, thank you. And I said,
but as the other girl said, he didn't cheat on her. Okay, buddy. Okay.
Sorry, I have a lot to do today. This is literally the day that, the night that I had to pack, and get my kids ready to come here. Did I do any of that? No. I said, sorry, I have a lot to do today before I leave, so I won't have time to call, but and I honestly didn't feel comfortable calling him. And I said, if I could have just have some explanation to ease my mind, that would be nice. And he said, that's okay, I can give you the short version. To be honest, I was in a bad relationship for a long time. We hadn't spent time together, slept together, anything for several years. But she relied on me for a place to live, and I paid for everything for her, and I still cared, so I didn't break up. I should have. I generally think you're amazing, and none of that was fake. I can talk more later, but I haven't made sure she will be. I can talk more later, but I've already made sure she will be okay. He's talking about his girlfriend. I said, I can sympathize with you a little, as I was in a similar relationship as you before, so I know it can be hard to break things off since you don't want to hurt their feelings, knowing you're fully supporting them too. But that doesn't excuse your actions to go behind your girlfriend's back and cheat on her. I know you know this now, but you should have had the decency to end your relationship with her before talking and sleeping with other girls. It's hard for me to believe if any of it was genuine, as you were talking to multiple girls at the same time and doing the exact same thing to them as you did to me. I remember I even asked you whether you slept around with other people often after we did it, and when your last relationship was, and you said no, and your last relationship was 3 years ago. You lied to me. He said, you are right. I'm not saying an excuse. I was just sharing how I got there. I'm sorry if you don't believe me. That's understandable. Thank you for at least listening to me a little. And then I said, I'm not saying that I don't believe you, but why weren't you just honest with me? And he never replied.
he had other chicks to calm down, you know?
Pretty much the gist of it. And I think that's where the sympathy came from, because I was in a similar relationship where we lost intimacy in the last little bit of our relationship, but nowhere did he never cheated on me, and he broke up with me before going and seeing other girls and like fully relying. So like I also was in a similar relationship to him, so I could sympathize with him. But like if you're emotionally, disconnected from the relationship, like there is still no right to cheat or excuse to cheat. And that was the only sympathy I had for him. But I still thought it was very wrong, and I even told him that he should have had the decency to cheat or not to cheat on his girlfriend and break up with her first. But he wanted to hire he would bring on small female streamers because he knows his status, and that's why I was so scared to share my story, because I see so many girls just saying they're like sharing their stories, and then everyone just saying, okay, he's just a serial cheater. That's all it is. Yeah, he's a serial cheater, but he used his status, his powers. He gave people, like girls, money. He preyed on small female streamers, a lot of them being really young, like 19, 20. I mean, we met when I was 19. I mean, nothing happened until like within the last 2 years. And it's crazy. The reason why I felt so blindsided and hurt by this is because for a long time,
Wait until she tells you how he came inside of her.
it was me and Sykkuno were actually just really good friends. Like nothing bad happened until the last 2 years of our friendship. And when I asked those questions, if he was in a relationship and whether he sleeps around a lot, and him telling me his last relationship was 3 years ago and no, he doesn't sleep around, he told me that to my face after we did it. Was I
Sorry. He told me that after we did it. Oh god.
like a relationship? No. But to think like, and I believed him. And I said
after we did it.
But always after that incident, I was always like, there was a lot of unanswered questions, and I was very confused by it all. I honestly feel worse sharing. I don't know why.
I know why. Because it sounds bad. It sounds really bad for you, girl.
I don't like sharing my personal life and experience online.
Especially when you're a dumbass, right? I don't like telling people my dumbass stories either, where I was a dumbass.
And I still feel somehow I'm talking shit. Like I'm airing out business and drama, and I hate drama in business. So yeah, I actually kind of feel like shit right now. But I think down the line I'll feel better, but I feel very exposed. Yeah. Did you ask why he didn't want to date?
I hate drama, but I released this video.
Did I ask him why he didn't want to date me? No, not really. But I knew he didn't want to have kids, and we did ask intimate questions like that, like after we did it. But yeah.
Okay, so that's just one of them, okay, guys? There's so much more.
When we actually had plans, because I remember Bear and Jenna telling me, "Oh, be careful." Bear and Jenna were the only ones that knew that I would be sharing a hotel with him, and they told me, like, be careful, like, be careful. And guess what? My dumbass was like, no, I know him. Like, I've known him for 6 years. Like, we're just friends. Like, nothing's gonna happen. They warned me. And it's crazy because after that all happened that morning of, I remember calling Jenna on the phone and crying for like 2 hours, telling her how disgusting I felt and how I blamed myself. I was like, I feel so disgusted. I remember crying to Gianna about it. I actually literally like, yeah, I was dissociating that whole trip. I think with the news coming out,
I'm sorry, what is she doing to that cat? What is she doing to that cat?
yeah,
Why does that cat have like a fake bread slice around his neck? You think that's comfortable for the cat? You think the cat enjoys that? Is that like a funny outfit to you or something? Look what you're doing to that cat! The cat's uncomfortable!
I was dissociating that whole trip. I think with the news coming out, I had that same feeling.
It's inbred! Yes, I understand. I understand. But it's funny, hee ha ha! You put it on, you put it over the neck, you take a picture, and then you take it off! You take it off!
Not only did I find out that I wasn't the only one, and I'm not saying like, oh, I'm the only one like that was with him. Like, I don't care about that. I mean, like, he slept with so many other people, and I remember when all
Did you get tested, girl? Did you get tested when it came inside of you?
the news came out, I didn't want to cry in front of Gianna. So when she left to the gym,
I didn't want to cry in front of Gianna, but it's okay lying in front of thousands of people.
I started bawling my eyes out. I was very overwhelmed, overstimulated. I had so much shit to do that day, and then all this coming out. I remember calling my therapist, just crying and telling her about everything. And I didn't tell her about this because I was so ashamed. That's what I felt. I was so ashamed and disgusted of myself that I let that happen. And then I remember, like, she was like, do you feel disgusted, like, because you didn't have control of your body? Like, you were in control, and now finding out that he slept with multiple girls, like, I had never got tested. The only thing I did is
They asked her in the chat if she got tested.
went and got Plan B by myself after we did it, because I was like, no way in hell.
After we did it.
I've never slept without protection. So I went and got Plan B all by myself, paid for it and everything, which, I mean, I don't give a fuck. Like, I wanted to be safe, or as safe as I could be. But never in my mind did I think that I would have to get tested, and I feel like now I want to get tested because now I'm scared that,
yeah,
what if I have something and I don't know? So.
Another one, guys, another one.
Because I don't really think I have a loud voice, and I mean in terms of like speaking out about things. And I think, yeah, this might scare sponsorships away and shit, but like, I think when everything came out,
This might scare away sponsorships.
I made an oath to myself that,
oh gosh,
knowing that it happened to me because I didn't know what was going on, I made an oath to myself that if
What do you mean you didn't know what was going on? Be more specific.
I see anything bad happen behind the scenes, I'm gonna say something. I made an oath to myself. I swore, if I'm gonna be a streamer, if I'm gonna be a content creator, if I'm gonna have a community, if I'm gonna have a space, if I'm gonna have I have to use my voice. Because I hate people just getting used and hurt, and probably a lot less people are gonna want to be friends with me, but that's okay.
But that's okay. But that's okay. I don't need friends. I don't need friends. I just need the tooth. That tooth.
It's okay, I have you guys. I don't want to cry. Only when I talk about you guys do I cry. But I will try to be a good role model. Fuck, I didn't want to cry. I went so long without crying. But yeah,
But that's okay.
I'd be a good role model for you guys. Hopefully, I'll try not to let you guys down. Yes. And it sucks too because I know. Sorry, I forgot my little marshmallow mic. I know that I'm not the best at talking about things that are hard. Like, Gianna's usually the one that does it. Like, she's usually the one that ends up with dealing with all the weird people that come into our chat. But I need to
Oh my god. You have a person that deals with the weird people in the chat because you can't? Oh my god.
I need to stop letting these people have somewhat of a platform to operate on. Because it ain't happening here. I'm so done with people pretending
Except doing it, right?
be nice with ill intentions or using me or my community or anyone's nice, you know?
She does at some point talk about how they did it, you know? And yeah, we'll talk about it when it comes up. I'll tell you my perspective on it.
But after I actually ended up talking to him after everything came out, and his reply really left me in a very sour spot. And I was, I don't know, expecting more remorse or something, and just not hearing that, I was like, yeah. Obviously, you guys know I've said this many times. I've known him since I was 19, since like September of 2020. We were friends for a really long time, and for a long time, nothing bad happened between us. Yes, sometimes he would flirt to me. Did I reciprocate it? No, because I was like always in my head, like, why? Why me? You know? Like, I was so insecure and self-conscious, like, bro, like, what? Like, I'm an idiot, okay? And throughout those years, yeah, he did a lot for me in terms of like getting me into a bunch of servers that I would have never gotten on by myself. But I do want to say I never asked him to do that. Everything that he did for me, he did without me asking. So all the times that I got onto the OTV Rust servers, he asked. I didn't ask him. He said, "Oh, would you like to play on the Rust server?" You know? So like, I never once told him to send money to even ask to play games. Because in my head, me being a dumbass, I'm like, no one, like, he wouldn't want to play games with me. And I just always assumed that he was just really busy and he has a lot of friends. Like, but the times that we did play games, he would ask. He would go out of his way to ask if I wanted to play. I never asked anything of him. I didn't ask for money. I didn't ask to play games. Yes, did I like appreciate it? And like, yes, I was very appreciative, and I was like, wow, like, he wants to play games with me. He wants me to play on the Rust server with him, on the Pokemon server with him. Like, he even like joined a couple of our Minecraft servers. You guys remember this? He played Peak with us. He played Phasmo. He played Valorant. Like, a lot of you guys played games with him because he would want to play. Guys, I did mention that my monitors were all gifted, and yes, Trev did gift me my recent monitor.
I didn't ask where his PP was until after we did it.
Okay, but the other two monitors, which also, Trev, you're the GOAT, thank you. But the other two monitors that I did get when I moved back here were from Sykkuno. He did send me money for those monitors, but not once did I
oh my gosh,
ask for money. Not once.
Okay, we get
I
it,
never
girl.
asked him to send me money. I just woke up one day and I had it.
I just woke up one day and had money in my account. Oh no.
A message, and he said, "I
She must have also woken up with his dick in it. I mean, what?
I hope that's enough for your monitors." And I said, "What the hell? That's too much money. I can't." And he said, "No, it's okay. Don't worry." Like, yeah. So, I just want to reiterate, not once did I ever ask anything from him, okay? And yes, it's all in the DMs. I also never sent him explicit photos, okay? Or like sexted. I know some girls were in that regard. I never did sext or sent him explicit photos. Especially when I was in a relationship. I mean, like, at all. I never did. Well, I obviously did probably at one point found him cute.
Thanks for that admission. That was important. Thank you.
And I think that definitely clouded.
Holy crap. I definitely, at some point, maybe during like 1 second, I found him cute, but then not anymore, okay? Like, not anymore after that.
My judgment too. Because I'm like, this guy is showering me with money and gifts and stuff that I never asked for. And I think I did have a crush on him at one point. Or liked him, but I never knew it was gonna I knew it was never gonna happen. Yes, because he's so much older than me. So I just want to say, even
But then we did it.
though I may have liked him and had a crush on him, one, I never voiced it. I never told him. I never did any of that because, one, I knew he was older than me. And I just, me being insecure, I'm like, this guy would never like me. I'm not saying that in like a, I don't know, like a pick me behavior. I just generally am like, no, like, you know, like, I don't want to sound like come off that way, but like, I'm just fucking insecure. So I just was like, yeah, he'd never seen me like this. He's never gonna see me like that. And I am okay with that because I also know that he's older than me and that it's just like, oh, I just think he's good looking. Like, I just think he's cute. That's it. But not once did I ever ask for anything or tell him about that or, you know, share anything explicit or anything like that, okay?
Okay, but we understand. We understand. Okay, it's this one. This one's a long one.
I went to Evo Las Vegas alone. But I wasn't alone. I shared a hotel room with Sykkuno. But I didn't know that he had other intentions. And I didn't ask him to share a room with me. I just simply asked him, "Hey, are you going to Evo Las Vegas?" He said yes. And I said, "Oh, I'm trying to go this year. I'm looking at hotels and everything's so expensive. Do you pretty much have like any recommendations?" Like, I know he lives in Las Vegas. And he said, "Oh, you're planning on coming. I actually have room if you just want to like room with me." And I said, and I at first was not against it. I was like, "Are you sure?" Like, "No, I don't want to intrude. Like, I don't mind getting my own hotel and all this." Like, I was insistent on being like, "Oh no, it's fine." And then he said, no, like, I have extra room. I already paid for it." And I even asked him, I'm like, "Are you rooming with a group or with friends?" And he said, "No, but there's 2 beds. So like, you'll get your own bed." You know, like, yeah.
Like, it doesn't seem very genuine for her to ask him for recommendations when she knows that he has different standards, right? He can probably spend a lot more money than her. That's not exactly the person you're going to ask for recommendations for where to stay, right? It seems like she kind of was fishing for a solution where she didn't have to spend money. Does that make sense? Right, of course. You didn't ask for anything and he's older than her and she's insecure. Right, of course. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. Listen, by her asking like if he had recommendations, it kind of feels like she was like feeling the land. Like, yeah, can I stay with you? Or do you have a place I can stay? Or can you pay for me? Or any of those solutions, you know?
So I took his offer. Being a dumbass, I took his offer. But I did later. I even offered to pay him back. I said, how much should I save up for accommodations? And he said, oh, no. No, you don't have to pay me back. Like, I already have room for the hotel. You don't have to pay me back.
She mentions, they've known each other for 6 years. And she also made a reference to meeting him when she was 19. Something like that. So in my head, she's like 25. I don't know. Something like that.
So, yeah, I shared a room with Sykkuno at Evo Las Vegas. And we had plans to watch a movie together. We had plans to watch a horror movie together, Until Dawn. That movie's ass. Actually, I didn't even get to finish it, but that movie's ass.
Kind of a weird thing to focus on right now, girl. Please. Please.
He had a hotel even though he was in Vegas.
I'm glad to know the movie was ass. I don't even know.
Yes.
Oh, and then we did
it. We were watching the movie and he started to get very angsty or something. I don't know how to explain it, but he pretty much tried to make a move on me. And I was fully trying to say, like, I'm just here to watch the movie. Like, I'm just here to watch the movie. But me being a dumbass and not being very like, what's the word? Very strong in like mentally, not physically.
Right.
I mean like
No, we get it.
Like maybe this is a people pleaser in me, but and maybe I don't know, benefit of the doubt, or because I still thought he was cute, or I don't know. He tried to make a move on me, resolute. I don't know, but he made a move on me. It did take like 30 minutes.
What? It's okay. Wait. It took 30 minutes with him insisting for you to say, sure. Wait. What took 30 minutes? What are you talking about?
Wow, I don't want to share that. I don't like sharing this on. This is like so personal. Like I don't talk about my intimate life at all. But I don't sleep with anyone that I'm not dating. And it didn't happen that night. I didn't want it to happen. So instead, I just gave him
Listen. Giving oral is, there's a lot of intent in that, okay? It's not something that you...
oral. Okay? I just...
Okay. Yeah.
And then when he fell asleep, I got out of bed and I just ate a banana and I was just staring out the window. I was dissociating. I think I was straight up just dissociating. And I'm
You... yeah, he's just older than me, and I'm insecure. So I gave him some gawk gawk, and then stayed in the same room hotel, and then he fell asleep, and I went to the window and I dissociated because I'm so insecure, and he's older.
Like, what the fuck happened? What just happened? And then in the morning,
A banana of all things. A banana. I'm just kidding. No, let's not make it about that, guys.
Morning?
Okay.
I barely slept that night. Then in the morning,
In the morning. In the morning. In the morning.
he didn't really want to talk about it. And I was just kind of trying to open it up.
He didn't want to talk about the fact that you gave him oral, but you didn't really want to, and then you dissociated at the window.
And talk
barely-
to him about
barely
like, what
slept.
happened. And then we were gonna talk about it, I don't know, later or something. I don't know, but I can't remember. But he ends up hugging me. But then pushes me onto the bed from the hug. And we end up having sex. And I didn't have it in me to tell him to stop. So I just let it happen. And while this was happening, while we were doing it, I always wear protection, and I only sleep with people I'm in a relationship with. So I'm not used to one night stands or anything like that. But we were not using protection, and I'm legally hard of hearing, if you guys don't know already. But in the heat of the moment, he asked me if it was safe, and I didn't hear him, but I just said mm-hmm, and he finished inside of me, and then that was it. And then we just laid there for a little bit, and then I brought it up. I asked him straight up, when was your last relationship, and do you sleep around often? Like, is this normal for you? Because I told him straight up, I do not date with people. I do not sleep with people I do not date. I do not sleep with people that I do not date. That is
But you did, though. But you did.
just a moral of mine.
Yeah, but it's no longer because you did.
I find it very intimate with whoever. So, and I don't actually have I've only ever slept with 3 people. Well, 4 now. But I've only been in 3 relationships. So it was very new to me. I've never had a one night stand or anything like that. So I asked him, I'm like, is this normal for you? Like, do you sleep around a lot? And he said, no, he was being around the bush the whole time that I was asking these questions, by the way. I'm like, then why did you sleep with me? And he said, oh, it just, giving me really half-ass answers, like, oh, it just, I've known you for a while, and I know you're very sweet, and, you look nice. And then I asked him this question, and I said, when was your last relationship? And he said 3 years ago. So in my head, it's crazy that's why I feel so blindsided and backstabbed, because I asked these questions and they ended up being complete lies. So when I really felt blindsided and backstabbed by all the information that was coming out, I really was, because I asked those 2 questions, like if he was in a relationship, or like when his last relationship was, and if he sleeps around, and he told me no, and 3 years ago. And after that, I went on about...
Are those normal questions after the act? No. Because normal people ask these questions before they have sex. If it's something that bothers you, then you would ask before you have sex. But that's normal people, not people with this baby voice, baby mentality, you know?
My date. And then I ended up running into someone I'm very close with, and they offered me to stay in their hotel room because I didn't feel comfortable sleeping in mine. So I ended up sleeping at my friend's hotel room for the next 2 nights. And you guys can even see on Twitter, if you guys look at my Evo outfits, the first outfit is in a very different hotel room than the other two, and that's because I ended up moving to another hotel. The first one is in the one that I'm with Sykkuno. And I ended up sleeping in the hotel that me and Sykkuno had on the last night because he ended up checking out early and sleeping at his house. So that was the only time I saw him. We ran into each other a couple more times at Evo, but we didn't really say anything, and he didn't really want to talk about what happened. And then I struggled with this for a while, and I had someone in my life be there for me and kind of try to help me through this. And my dumbass tried talking about it with Sykkuno later, trying to like understand what happened because it's not something I'm used to. And he pretty much beat around the bush the whole time. And then he would say things like, "Oh, I'm confused. I just wanted to know what you felt about that." And I said, "No, I want to know what you felt about this because I already told you how I felt." And yeah, he said he was sorry that he made me he was sorry that he gave me that impression and that he would want to reconcile. And me being the dumbass I am, I still wanted to.
Yeah, this is the second time she says beat around the bush. I was gonna make the joke, but I felt insensitive.
To be friends with him for some reason. So I did, and that's why we still played games. And then I ended up seeing him at TwitchCon at the Riot Party, and we actually talked in person for the first time since. And he actually brought that part up and said, like, he was sorry and stuff, and that he was sorry for giving me the impression. So I really thought he was, honestly sorry, and I accepted it. And I thought I was the only one because I literally straight up asked him if he sleeps around, and he said no. So sorry, I thought I was the only one. Did I think we were going to be in a relationship? No. I knew how much older he was than me, and I was like, why would he want to be in a relationship with someone much younger? So I didn't really think that, it was going to go anywhere. So yeah, I just said, I think it's fine. Like, we'll just reconcile as friends. And that's that. And then
I don't know how much older, but she does make it seem like there's a big difference between the two of them in age. Yeah, he's older and I'm insecure and I'm a dumbass, so I made a video about it.
I went to Evo Las Vegas.
Alright, so that was it. How do we feel, guys? How do we feel about everything? I do want to mention a few things about this story. Oh, it's definitely legal age. It's definitely legal age. But this was a while ago, so she might have been like 22 when they had sex. If he was like 29 and she was 22, and now he's 34. Listen, there are it's a tough subject because in many ways, yes, she absolutely did give consent. She knew what she was doing. She was an adult. She was not. She had sex before then. But at the same time, there was a power dynamic, even if they were friends for a long time. she's clearly very insecure about herself. She felt like this guy who she had a crush on potentially wanted something with her, and she gave in a situation where she didn't exactly want that without the confirmation of them having more than just a one-night stand, you know? And she didn't get that confirmation from him. She still did it. She was a dumbass for doing that, just like she's expressed several times. But there is an aspect here where I'm like, I understand. A lot of girls go through this. Usually in their first sexual experience, a lot of girls don't want, and they get sort of pressured into it. They get, not forced necessarily, but pressured into it. A lot of girls go through that. And, yeah, so I'm sad that she went through that because she probably did suffer a lot afterwards. With a lot of doubts and questions, and obviously he wasn't the guy to give her any answers, which she should have known about before. Yeah, she has a lot of... She's a victim in the sense that he is a manipulator. So that's what makes her a victim. Is she a victim of abuse in that scenario where he pushed her on the bed and she gave him oral the night previous? Like, no, I wouldn't say so. She does kind of allude to that, but I think she's just very ashamed of having given in to that situation. She clearly didn't want to, especially without confirmation that there would be something between them. She's a victim of not being smart, 100%, 100%. This used to be the type of thing people talked about in therapy, not on the internet to hundreds of strangers. Thousands of strangers. She knew that this was a video that she made after the controversy with the document that we just read. This was posted, the document that we went through was posted 5 days ago. And she decided to join the whole victims should make their voices heard, and she decided, I'm a victim too, so listen to my story, And that's not an innocent decision. She could have chosen to just think to herself, this story isn't much of a victim story, so I just keep it to myself. But no, she's part of it. Every time that this sort of controversy happens, all these victims come up not just with the intention of exposing somebody, but also with the intention of coming out on top, stronger, and with more views, more visibility. So that happens a lot in these situations. Using false grapes for clout is next level. Man, we need to level up. Listen, I know she alludes at that, but she doesn't straight up say that he forced her. She literally just calling herself a dumbass in the situation, which I think is fair. She was a dumbass in that situation. Like, sex was bad, you feel led on, but these allegations she's making are serious to destroy someone's life. I don't think she goes as far. She is implying it, 100%. She is implying it, but it's she isn't saying that she was forced. It was just one of those situations where she didn't really want to, but she did it anyway, and unfortunately a lot of girls go through that. But, nobody was forced into anything. She had her own voice, but she chose not to use it. There's actually a lot more to the story, guys. There's a lot more girls that have come out since. And I do want to go through that, but unfortunately, we're out of time. So we might actually do this either tomorrow or on Friday. We'll see. He didn't manipulate. Listen, there was definitely manipulation. This guy is manipulative. This guy right here, this little guy right here, this little VTuber right here, this guy, yes, he is manipulative. He is. And then he kind of hides behind this, oh, I'm so shy, I don't have experience, I don't know how these things will work, na. Yeah, it's manipulation because it's lying. It's lies If he was being honest from the start, I wouldn't say that he's manipulating. But he chose to lie. He chose to lie in every situation and be like, yeah, I don't have a girlfriend. I haven't had sex in many years. No. VTubers, am I right? Yeah, listen. She chose to believe? I'm sorry. What? What? He lied and manipulated and she chose to believe. Okay. Listen, yeah, I guess we could be completely, not trust anybody, which honestly, sure, to a certain degree, I agree. But, I mean, I don't think that's a way to live either. You couldn't make me publish this video for $1 million. No having content for a trending issue is worth this being published. I agree. But these people live different lives though, right? These VTubers, they're all very desperate to try to make it. I understand that feeling. Obviously, I'm not desperate enough, but the content creation space is hard. And I don't think they even realize that this is probably very temporary. Because if she doesn't have that quality as a content creator, which I don't see at all, she doesn't know how to speak. She doesn't know how to. There's nothing screams content creator to me from this girl. All right. His lies are reasonable. Stop. No, they weren't. They were not reasonable. Stop.
Alone.
But like, there's nothing about her that's content creator, right? So she's gonna get some attention and then it's gonna die off. So like, good luck with that. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button before you head out. Let me see if I can go redirect to someone. Sykkuno sucks too. He slept with people outside his relationship. And he kept lying to these girls. I mean, he kept playing that innocent act of like, I don't have the experience. I only had like one girlfriend before. And like, you're so pretty. And like, I've never had spicy videos get sent to me before. And like nudes and stuff. And this is so cool. And you're so pretty. And yeah. No. YouTubers just want one thing and it's disgusting. Is that the title of my new video? Let's see. Who is on? Do you guys want to go say hi to... Okay, you guys have a choice between Billy the Fridge and Nicholas Diorio. Nicholas Diorio is the one from yesterday. He has thousands of viewers. But he did still notice us, so that was nice. That was nice. Miss Skeeter. Holy crap, I haven't seen that guy in a while. I've proven my case. Good job. Have a great night. The guy was on a dry spell and lied to get his dick wet? Flip a coin? No! Tell me, guys. Nicholas Diorio it is. Nicholas Diorio it is, because he's talking about... Oh! He's talking about the same thing! You're partial to Billy? I have felt more strongly about Billy than I do right now. Yeah. But he's talking about the Sykkuno stuff, so we can go say hi to Nicholas Diorio. And we're going to be continuing... Who doesn't want to get their dick wet? I guess it depends on what you're willing to do for it. How much do you want it, you know? Alright, let's go say hi to Nicholas Diorio, also covering the same topic as us today. And we'll honestly probably continue this topic. And we also have a lot of Keemstar lore to get through, so there's a lot ahead of us. We're still doing a DSP stream. We got lots of stuff to talk about. Yo, Clavicular ended up in the hospital, most likely because of an overdose. He was at the club with his friendos, and he was like... He was elsewhere. He was somewhere else entirely. And then he went to the hospital, and his face is now bruised. Poor guy. Skeeter's still there, but he doesn't hop on shows anymore because he doesn't want his dad's feelings to hurt. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. Billy's an idiot. He made King Cobra look bad and said he was his friend. Gonna continue the Keemstar con. You gotta trust me. Yeah, you can trust me. You can trust me. I've never lied to you guys. You talked about Clavicular today too. What a guy, isn't it? What a guy. What a guy. He is he's something. Whew. Alright guys, let's go say hi to Nicholas Diorio. I'll see you guys on the Discord. Don't forget we have Discord. It's in the description below if you're not there yet. You're welcome to join. You have the welcome chat that's available to everybody. And then we have extra channels if you happen to be a member as well. So let's go say hi to Nexus Zero. See you guys around. Bye! Oh yeah, the freaking goal, right? Yeah, the goal was for 10... Listen, I'm gonna rant a little bit. The goal, I should have probably mentioned it before the end of the stream, but like, the goal was for $10 super chats. So, 100 buckaroos. And it was to say that I was doing a good job, but literally nobody nobody thinks I'm doing a good job. But listen, we did get memberships today, so I'm gonna just hold on to that, okay? I'm gonna hold on to the fact that I got memberships, and that is your way to say that I'm doing a good job. I might try this goal again tomorrow. Yeah, it was nice to have you in the chat, cat lady. You made me laugh. You made me laugh a lot, so that was amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye. Bye. Ah! Well, okay.
Yeah, we should have a scale cam, but you gotta trust me.
I was gonna...
A Grim_Mecha super chatted $100.
Thank you so much, Grim. And you kinda showed everybody the new sound alert for the larger donations. The larger donations have my laugh in it too. Thank you so much, Grim. I appreciate you thinking I'm doing a good job. I appreciate that. I was gonna end the stream before anybody could do that, but I was not fast enough. Thank you again. Thank you, Grim. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you. Have a good night. Let's go say hi to Nicholas Theorio. Bye, everyone.